This is Karangahape Road, Central Auckland. Most people call it K Road. My name is Six. For many years, K Road was my home. I was homeless. Now I publish the K Road Chronicle, a newspaper that gives street people their own voice. Raymond is a support worker helping look after the street community on K Road. He understands their struggles from personal experience. He used to be called Razor, and for 6 years, a small space outside a city cafe was his home. Why would you choose to sleep uphill? I mean, that's why I slept on K Road, because it's at the top. You don't have to walk anywhere. I hate hills. Why'd you choose this spot?
Few reasons. First reason being this was too far for the whānau to come up with us.
Yeah, that's true.
And rob us while we're asleep.
Yeah.
The other reason was because it's well sheltered. Yeah. This was home for about 6 years. So we used to put the two seats together up here, put cardboard in there, like box it off, like a coffin, so to speak. So because it was a windbreaker. And put the blanket over us and put our belongings in our bag for a pillow.
Yeah.
And then, and that's how we slept. I just come here and this was my space of letting it all go under my blanket, screaming.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on here? What are you doing? And then pull the blanket down. You all right, bro? Yeah, I'm all right.
I don't think people really understand the toll it takes on your mental health to be homeless.
I mean, my well-being, my way of thinking about the world. I thought the world had given up on me, where I just gave up on myself. Stepping away from who Razor was to who Raymond is.
Yeah.
That's how I found myself again, using my name Raymond.
Yeah.
Don't call me Razor no more. I'm not that person. I'm Raymond.
When I first met Raymond, he was volunteering as a peer support worker for LifeWise. LifeWise is a community organisation providing fundamental services for the street community.
Had a job, had a partner, had a dog, had a house, everything going fine in my life.
You're a machine operator by trade, yeah?
Yeah, professional machine operator.
Yeah.
Buying bulldozers and diggers and stuff like that.
So what was the lowest point for you?
I had a loss in my life. That was what sort of took me to a tipping point. And
Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, sure. So I lost my mum. She was my best friend. She was my world. She was my everything. We done so much shit together.
Mm. And that's about the time you got involved with narcotics, is that correct?
Yeah, heavily. Methamphetamine. I've never ever, but I asked her, I finally remember, man, I'm hurting so much. How can I get rid of this hurt? You know? And I shouldn't have done that. I should have just taken on pain.
Pipe or the needle?
Pipe. Oh yeah, took it on with the pipe. So I introduced the pipe. The same whānau member introduced how I could harden up. So I started dealing for different families, gangs, to learn things.
But it wasn't dealing that led to a stint in prison. Do you mind telling me more about what led to jail?
When my mum passed away in 2008, I lost my partner and everything at 2010. Ex-partner, telling me she had gone to whakatane, and then I pull into the street randomly and seen her car there, and then of course she wasn't in whakatane. So that was a low point, finding out that after 13 years of relationship, so then I ended up in jail after doing what I'd done there.
Can you say what you did?
Yeah, smashed up her house, smashed up the car, smashed up her boyfriend, run him over, got done with a weapon. Never been done ever before. And 35 going to jail to my family. I was an embarrassment, I felt. So anyway, got out of jail and had nowhere to go. Come straight to the streets.
But now you've come full circle.
Yeah.
Now you're actually in housing.
Yes.
your peer support, you're helping others through their journey.
Yep.
Tell me about your peer support work.
My peer support work, far out. Well, because of when I look back when I was on the streets, I want to make a change. When I look at the whānau on the streets, there's Razor. I need to bring him off the concrete. I need to bring her off the concrete. And to do that, since I've been here, has been so rewarding inside.
Oh, just see what you've been up to lately, PJ.
I was hustling around town.
Oh,
I've been quite depressed lately.
oh,
Yeah, struggling. Food and that. Financially can't properly support myself.
on that note, like you can have kids we had MSD, because they're there for us, like we are, like life-wisers. So yeah, maybe later on we can I can take you down there and sort it out for you, triple AP and all that.
Yeah.
All right. So pick yourself up and everything will be all right. Positive vibes, eh? Right, brother?
Yep.
PJ was staying in temporary accommodation, but has recently been housed. This brings new challenges.
I actually got accommodation. It's all good having a roof over your head, but still need support for like getting a job and that, So I really want to go to work. Construction, concreting, you name it, anything. As long as it's not dishwashing. Because I don't like dishwashing. Yeah, I'm actually going to look at the Strawberry and Onehunga tomorrow. My partner's going to take me out there, and it's a recycle company, and I'm a master sorter. So I hopefully things will go my way and I get that job.
Put in my data of what I've done for the day. Been up, I've done my walk, and I've seen some whānau to see what their needs are.
PJ, what's it like to be housed, bro? Congratulations.
Awesome.
Give me 5. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
There's nobody from the office that can go down there. Well, I think so anyway, that could come from the office and go down there and talk to the whānau and get that trust, build that trust. It takes ages, With me, it's sort of like, got their trust as soon as they see me. And if I have to, I'll talk on their level.
So we do all those wraparound support things, to uplift our whānau. That's what's good about being on this side of things, working and see what we can do for the whānau to pick them up, be better people, better themselves. They feel a lot better than coming from the concrete, because they'd be tough to be on the concrete, tough as the concrete to live out here. But we try and pull them away from that. That's a different struggle thing from the concrete.
But you from the hard yards, man. I mean, I remember coming out during COVID. You guys were out there on the street, and you were, giving people food. You were helping people get accommodation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big job saving the world. Do you find you take on board other people's problems?
Oh yeah. My first year I got burnt out by not setting boundaries, because boundaries is what we learn later on, and you've got to go through the hard yards.
Yeah.
But what I say is to keep those boundaries. Don't take your work home, because it gets heavy putting that person's take and that person's take. What I mean is their person's problems, all their problems as well. Putting it in your backpack with all your problems, quite heavy.
Raymond has recently had a big change in his life. You've got your family back.
Yeah, I have got my son back. He was the reason I came off the streets the first time. When he was born, at the age of 40, I had my first child, and I was so excited. But I came off the streets straight away, and I was so happy. I was the happiest man in the world.
And shortly after, he was also reunited with his daughter.
It was my daughter's first day at school today. I didn't want to leave the grounds. I couldn't wait to come back to pick her up and find out what she had learned. And to share these moments is just, man, it's
heart-filling.
They are now living in a motel, which isn't ideal, but at least they are all together, and hopefully they'll be permanently housed soon.
We're doing the best we can. There's so many people in line as well for housing, and to me that's just not on. There's a lot of families here that are in the same situation. 3 children in a room like this, both parents, and you could imagine that this is not what we want, what they want for their children or themselves, but they're in a situation where they just can't make a difference. I'm just blessed that I've just got them. Atua, tama, wairua tapu, anahera pono, ko mai, piki te ora, ene kai, mai, ai.
Yeah.